This morning, I am going to be late for a Cook County board meeting because I wanted to be here this morning, standing side by side with my Muslim American sisters and brothers, with my Jewish American sisters and brothers, with Asians who are here, with people from all over the Chicagoland area saying, we do not welcome Donald Trump to Chicago. We don't welcome him because of the hateful and divisive rhetoric that he represents. To elect him president of this country would be disastrous. It would be a setback for Chicago, and Chicago cannot afford to go back. Illinois cannot afford to go back.
Challenge not only Chicago, but the country, that we are to break down walls, not build them. We are to build bridges, not burn them down. It was Martin Luther King that came to Chicago and taught us to fight bigotry, that work with organizers and activists on the ground. And he found in Chicago a spirit of activism that has not died over the last 50 years. We remind Donald Trump that that spirit is alive and well in Chicago and in Illinois. We remind Donald Trump that just yesterday, these very streets were filled with thousands of black, brown, white, young people who are here to say absolutely no, never to the type of rhetoric and hatred for Trump, who have no time of day for the Donald Trumps of the world. We're here to remind Donald Trump that in the city of Chicago and the state of Illinois, that the American Muslim community, although we have been horrified by the violence that his rhetoric has incited across the country, that we are not intimidated by him, we are not cowed by him, we will not be acquiesced by his rhetoric, and we will tell him, as we've told others, that the American Muslim community and Muslim immigrants helped build this city. It was a Muslim immigrant who built the most iconic building in the city of Chicago, and it's not the Trump Tower. Rahman that built the now Willis Tower. It's Muslim immigrants and American Muslims that sit on the hospital wings of every major hospital and medical center in this city. It's Muslims that have been working in government, Muslims working in philanthropy. It's been Muslims working on the ground in communities, organizing for safer, more accountable communities. And it was Muslims marching on the streets with their black and brown and white brothers and sisters saying, yes, Donald Trump, black lives do in fact matter.
Parents were not rapists or murderers. They're not criminals. My oldest brother, who also came here from Mexico, is a proud Chicago police officer, and I'm very proud of him. We are anything but criminals. And the people that I've had the honor and privilege of representing for 16 years now in elected office are amazing people, and they cover every gamut of diversity that you could possibly imagine. It's what makes our city and what makes our state, and ultimately what makes our country the greatest country in the world to live in. It's why people from all different races and creeds and religions and countries want to come here. And Donald Trump represents everything that's wrong with society, everything that's wrong with the country, everything that is encapsulated by hate and division. And while I know that he talks about this crazy wall that he wants to build, I say that we all join forces and build this symbolic wall between him and the White House. And the best way that we can do that is, instead of giving in to any of this hateful rhetoric and divisive speech, is to love each other.
We will mobilize our people to come out and vote, and hope will trump hate, and love will trump hate, and hope will trump fear, and truth will trump denial, and unity will trump division, and Donald Trump will never even get to the White House gate. We will defeat him in November.